apologies for the new temporary setup. My name is Ash and welcome to a thing. I was originally gonna make a video about the history of YouTube, but the more research I did, the more I realized that it really gets less interesting as time goes on, because at some point it all just kind of turned into corporate history with the merging of YouTube and Google Plus, which, by the way, does anybody remember Google Plus at all? Not important. So instead, I figured I'd make a video about all the weird, wacky, and batshit insane things that the founders of your favorite social media have done over the years. Let's start with the obvious. YouTube. Most videos outlining the history of YouTube will probably start with the fact that YouTube was originally a dating site, but then people started posting cat videos for reasons. But did you know that YouTube, the second most visited website on the entire internet, a hallmark of internet culture, was founded because of a boob? I promise I am not lying. Truth really is stranger than fiction. Okay, so you're probably a little bit confused, a little bit slightly confuzzled. So let me do some very necessary explaining. In 2004, there was a woman named Janet Jackson, and apparently she was performing for the halftime show of the Super Bowl that year, and during that show, her boob popped out on national television. Did I write that as pooped in the script? And one of the creators of YouTube scoured all over every single source of video that he could think of, but couldn't find the clip anywhere. So to make sure that they never missed a boob on national television ever again, these three guys got tons of money from several different firms and started up an entire website, which is currently the second most visited website on Earth, all because of a boob. And then, of course, they launched the website on Valentine's Day of 2005, intending for it to be a dating site, but then it kind of devolved into cat videos. I can just imagine those three fuckers in that studio, that shitty HQ above a fucking pizzeria in San Francisco. Fun fact, by the way, YouTube headquarters used to be above a Japanese restaurant and a pizzeria in San Francisco for reasons. I can physically see those fuckers in my head in that shitty studio apartment just being like, nobody wants to use our shitty dating site for anything. They just want to post cat videos, so why don't we just make the cat videos the purpose of the site? Get it? Purpose? Oh my god, please kill yourself. I would, but how would I be able to hear the voices in my head if I were dead, brother man? What? I said, how would I be able to hear the voices in my head? Answer me, brother mine! Don't the voices in your head follow some kind of train that would, like, carry on with your psyche or whatever? The fuck am I doing? I'm encouraging my twin sister to kill herself. Don't do it, kids. Anyway, real talk. Don't do it, kids. Or adults, I guess. Doesn't matter whether you're a 9-year-old kid getting bullied or a 69 nice-year-old man whose kids hate him and whose wife just died of cancer. Life's always worth living, peeps. How will you watch my videos when you're gone? What am I doing with my life? Moving on from me losing my shit over a highly questionable motivational speech, let's talk about Instagram. So the Wikipedia page for Instagram has actually taught me a really valuable lesson. I think Instagram's creators are really similar to the people that use the site prolifically. That is to say, boring as fuck! Side note, why do we use the phrase boring as fuck? From what I understand, fuck seems to be pretty exciting. Maybe I can go with the creators page. There's gotta be something interesting in there. And nope, one of the creators was a known frat boy. The other's life isn't even that well documented, but that's about it. Boring! When are you gonna get to the good shit? What? As in YouTube starting because of a boob isn't the most internet thing ever? Oh, come on. We all know that's just the internet being horny on Maine. You know what? Yeah, Instagram is kind of dull. But do you know what's infinitely more interesting than Instagram? Reddit! Here comes the horde. Here comes the horde. So Reddit was started by these three guys, but only these two are interesting, so fuck you, it's my channel. Reddit's creators are all very prolific activists for paternity leave, hijab emojis, net neutrality, universal freedom of information, all that good shit. You see, I told you Reddit was better than Instagram. Here comes the horde that will fuck with my existence. Also, apparently, this founder, Mr. Alexis Ohanian, whatever, he's a Florida man. Unsurprising. I mean, he's a better person than the Instagram founders, but he seems like a pretty bog-standard guy. Serena Williams, the founder of Reddit, is married to Serena fucking Williams! Also, his daughter's name is also Alexis. I mean, honestly, great job for the rich and powerful for not naming their kid something like Audio Science Northwest Grass. Okay, that's out of the way. Now let's get to the good shit. The real juicy meat of the matter. Aaron Swartz, son of a woman named Susan, which basically solidifies the idea that he's gonna go off to found a social media platform. Clarify, his mother is not Susan, which I just thought it was a cool coincidence. The story of Mr. Swartz starts when his father was thinking with his lower brain on a dark and stormy night, but let's not talk about that now, kids. Aaron's parents lived in a rich Chicago suburb, and Aaron himself went to North Shore County Day School, apparently, until, of course, the man drops out in 10th grade, starts college, and then transfers to Stanford, and then he drops out. And then there's all this stuff on his Wikipedia page about how he started a ton of startups and things, including the software that's used for the Internet Archives today. And then he gets investigated by the FBI for downloading 2.7 million documents from court cases and posting them on some website somewhere for reasons. And then he did a lot of campaigning for political movements, most of them involving some form of freedom of speech. And then he downloaded tons of data, illegally might I add, from MIT. And then he was given 2 charges of breaking and entering with intent to commit a felony, wire fraud, computer fraud, unlawfully obtaining information from a protected computer, and recklessly damaging a protected computer. He was facing 50 years in prison, got a deal for 6 months, rejected it for reasons that aren't public. The case went to court. Apparently the prosecution was Nixonian, but what would a Zoomer like me know about that? And then there was some video footage of his crimes which were released to the public by the Secret Service, which, by the way, the Secret Service was involved. And then he fucking hung himself. So yeah.
A boring.
What? In what? What? In what?
You know, the cool shit. Maybe something about, I don't know, somebody from a galaxy very far away, you know, perhaps an alien that has a face and a book.
I tell you the story of one of the most interesting programming prodigies to have ever existed, and you want me to talk about the alien.
Aw, man.
So we back in the mud, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. And anyway, Mark Elliott Zuckerberg, famed adopted cyborg alien, son of a literal Karen. That's true, his mom's name is Karen, source down below. Man who shares a middle name with my father's first name, and the inventor of a social media site intended specifically for Karens like his mother, called Facebook. Apparently, the Zuck boy grew up Reformed Jewish, whatever that means, and on his Wikipedia page it said that he had a Star Wars themed bar mitzvah. Had no clue that Star Wars was kosher, but okay. He went to a big, fancy private boarding school called Phillips Exeter and won prizes in mathematics, astronomy, physics, and classical studies. Read and wrote French, Latin, Hebrew, Greek, and was apparently the captain of a fencing team too. Jesus fucking Christ, Mark, not Applier. Apparently for his father's work, he programmed this beta AOL thing, which is basically beta texting for Zoomers like myself who genuinely had to look it up, and called it, get this, Zucknet! Zucknet! Zucknet. Zucknet. He called the fucking thing Zucknet. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, you'd expect out of the Zuck boy was there too. He finished a graduate level programming class when he was in high school. Private programming tutor, attended like a talented youth summer camp like 3 times. All the things that you would expect from Mark fucking Zuckerberg. Okay, are we sure that this guy isn't some kind of machine? Like, does he have no life? Also a known frat boy. Thank you, Zucknet. Very cool. Here's a history lesson. Did you know that along with YouTube, Facebook was also originally a dating site? He went to Harvard because of course he did, and he would put pictures of all his classmates up on a website and have everybody rank each other based on how hot everybody was. Yeah, so the whole thing got shut down pretty quickly, and the school newspaper, the Harvard Crimson, I believe, did this whole investigation into the whole thing, and it got shut down pretty quickly, as I think you would imagine. And then the Zuck boy also ended up dropping out, like Swartz, to work on Facebook. What if Mark, not implier Zuck boy, TM, kinda sucked all the luck juice out of Aaron Swartz? What if he used his secret lizard powers to travel through time and space and made it so the FBI investigated Aaron Swartz instead of him, and made it so that the Stanford paper would not investigate Swartz? What if he used ancient lizard technology to doctor the footage of Swartz stealing shit from MIT? What if Mark Zuckerberg is the one that stole it? Maybe Aaron Swartz didn't commit suicide? So, that's the video, folks. What? Dude, nope, move to the conclusion that I was only like a third of the way done through my lizard conspiracy, which is exactly why you need to be stopped. Okay then. So, what do we learn? The internet was made by people who were horny on Maine. Instagram's creation was just about as dull as the site is now. Here comes the horde that will fuck with my existence. And Reddit was made by the maddest of lads. That's gonna do it for this week's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and please share these videos around with your friends manually because the YouTube algorithm really doesn't like small channels like mine. But until next time, this is PDB Ash, signing off.